Alright guys, so in the last video I asked you to consider the functions that we took the derivative of using the definition and to figure out what the shortcut rule was for finding the derivative function. And hopefully we got to the point where we could conclude the power rule. And the power rule states that if you have a function, so I take the derivative, so d dx with respect to x, of some x to an exponent, so we'll call it n, to take the derivative of it, what you can do is you can bring down that exponent, multiply it out front of your x, and then subtract 1 from that exponent. So for example here, technically the exponent on this first piece is 1. So if I bring down my 1, multiply it out front, and then subtract 1 from my exponent, so bring down my 1, multiply it out front, and then subtract 1 from my exponent. Well, 2 times 1 is 2, and x to the 0 is 1, so 2 times 1 is 2. That worked there. For this piece, bring down my exponent in the front, and then subtract 1 from my exponent, so I get just a 1. That's how you get 2x to the first. This one's bring down my exponent in the front, multiply it by x, and then I subtract 1 from my exponent, so I get 2. That's your power rule shortcut. So this will extend to other powers, not just 1, 2, 3, etc. This extends to negative and fractional as well. So if you're taking the derivative of 1 over x, for example, you're taking the derivative of x to the negative first power. So if I was going to do that, I'd bring down my exponent, multiply it by my x and then subtract 1 from the exponent. So negative 2 now. So then simplified, negative 1 over x squared would be my derivative. If I want to take the derivative of square root of x, that means that I'd be taking the derivative of x to the 1/2 power. So to take that derivative, bring down the 1/2, and then subtract 1 from my exponent, so 1/2 minus 1 would give me a negative 1/2, which would get me down to 1 over 2x to the positive 1/2, 1 over 2 square root of x. So then this would be the derivative of this function. So that's it, that's the power rule. It's the most common derivative you have to know, basically, right? The derivative of any x variable or y variable to a power means bring down that power and then subtract 1 from its exponent. We could go on like this for each time we wanted the derivative of a new function, but there are better ways. So there are several rules that apply in like really broad cases. And so in fact, we'll eventually find enough rules for differentiation that we will not need to have to go back to the definition in terms of limits. So like you won't have to use limits to find a derivative. You'll just know enough shortcuts. You still have to be able to recognize when a limit is asking you for a derivative, but you won't have to choose to use them to solve derivatives. So for example, let's begin with the rule for sums of functions. Many functions are sums of simpler functions. So for example, we could do like 4x squared plus x cubed, right? It's the sum of two functions we've already differentiated. So using the sum rule, let us differentiate this function. So the sum rule says that if you have two functions, so f plus g, and I want to take the derivative of those, all you have to do is take the derivatives of them separately and then add them together. So using this rule, we can take the derivative of this. We would get, I'll write it off to the side first because you'll see what happens. So my 4 still stays there. Bring down my 2, subtract 1 from the exponent, should be 1 now. And then for plus, the second piece, bring down my 3, got my x, subtract 1 from my exponent, and that simplifies to 8x plus 3x squared. So it's just taking the derivatives of the pieces separately and then adding them together. Oh, I guess we should, oops, squared. Just cross this off and write is instead. Okay, next let's look at the difference rule, or the rule for differences. So you can guess this kind of follows along the same pattern as this one. So for another example, let's do like 5x minus 6x to the fourth, right? That's a difference between two functions. So our difference rule says that if you have the difference between two functions, so f minus g, and you want to take the derivative of them, you just take their derivatives separately and subtract them. So if I wanted to take the derivative of 5x minus 6x to the fourth, again, I'll kind of write it out, and you'll start to be able to do, like, you'll skip this pink part, you won't need it, you'll just do it in your head because we will practice derivatives enough, or at least you'll be assigned to practice derivatives enough. So this one, 5's still hanging out. Bring down my exponent for my x, which is technically a 1, and then x to the 0 power, right? Subtract 1 from your exponent. Minus 6 is still there. Bring down my 4x, and then subtract 1 from my exponent, so 3. And then so 5, x to 0 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1, 5 times 1 is 5. And then minus 6 times 4 is 24. X to the third. So like I said, we'll be able to eventually, like, you'll start to, as you do more and more of these, just jump straight from this 5x minus 6x to the fourth to this. You won't need to do the pink part, but I'm just using that for explanation for right now. All right, the constant multiple rule is kind of the one we've been working on. So it's basically, it says that if f is a function and c is a constant, then c times f of x is the multiplication of a function by a constant. So for example, we've already kind of looked at some of them, but let me do like, I don't know, 16 times x cubed. The constant multiple rule says if you are trying to take the derivative of a constant times f, you're trying to take the derivative of it, really you can just leave that constant out front, and you've kind of seen me cheat and do that a little bit already. And then take the derivative of just the function. So the derivative, forgot to change, so say is, sorry, gotta be consistent. Okay, so if I have my 16x cubed, I can just leave that 16 out in the front and take the derivative of x cubed, so times 3x squared. And then now I can multiply it back in. So 16 times 3 is 48. So 48x squared is my derivative. And like I said, you'll be able to just make those shortcuts, right? I can see from here, bring that 3 down, multiply by 16, subtract 1 from my exponent. So that's how that kind of works. All right, so those are the rules that you have to know, at least in order to do the first practice. And you 100% have to practice power rule a lot of times because it's going to show up in any derivative problem you have, okay? So let's go ahead and do that.